What's up, guys? JJ Fade 23. I know I've made a video before talking about this, but guys, I want you to see the power of the Heiken Ashi candles when combined with your levels and stuff. It just makes it that much more confirmation. You know, a lot of times I think people's trading setups, they get a little too many things they're looking at maybe sometimes, you know, and then they can get confused looking at too many things, or they just start, you know, you want to keep it simple, really. You know, as you guys know, I like to use certain strategies. I'm not going to talk about those strategies right now, but I want to show you something, okay? This morning we mapped this out in the watch list. The two, you know, the next pivots below the gap up to go long, okay? Now I want to show you something. If you take the Heiken Ashis, now look at how much easier this makes it for you, okay? Look how obvious this trend line break is. Look how clear as day that is, right? The only thing that I would say about the Heiken Ashis, off the open, they're a little hard to use because when the candle range is so big, you're waiting for the first green candle. Maybe you're getting long up here instead of down here. Over here, though, you know, you're getting long right here, which is still a great trade. So I use them a little after the market, after a half an hour and 45 minutes, more like that. But I mean, guys, look at how obvious this is, right? It's a cheat sheet, really. You know you have a level here. You know you have a pivot. You know you have a demand zone. You bounced off it already, comes back down. If this just stays red and breaks through it, you don't take the trade. If this turns green right at this level, take the friggin' trade. Put your stop below, right? I'm going to go through a couple of examples of the trades we took today. Next one was Tesla. Guys, Tesla, I said in the room, Tesla's flagging on the 10-minute EMAs. Now look, right here, this isn't on the 10-minute 21, right? That's a strong move up, flag off the 8-minute, but that's too early for Tate Heiken Ashi. Now later in the day, look right here. We go sideways, we start to realize we're in a wedge pattern here, right? You have the upper trend line at the right angle. You have a pivot right here, and you wait for it to come back down. Now you start to see, whoa, we bounced off that level again. We have the 10-minute 21s caught up. Now look, Heiken Ashi turns green, go long. That's it. You don't even got to wait for this to break because you know it should go back up to there and attempt to break. You get a much better risk reward right here, right? On the green Heiken Ashi candle. The other one was Zim. Zim right here, right? Pops up, comes back down to the level we have marked off. Plus it's a whole dollar right here, 17. You got the red and green, red and green. You know, every once in a while you get something like this, you guys. Comes to your level, you get a green Heiken Ashi. You might take this trade right here when that closes green. And then, you know, you get stopped out or wicked out. But, guys, this is what I was talking about in the room, too. You have to understand, right? You can't really take this trade right here and have you stop above this level, right? Because you have to understand that, yes, it's trying to bounce, but you have to understand it might want to touch this level. If you're going to take it right here, your stop should be right here, honestly, below, or even below the actual level. Remember, so in the room when I took the trade right here, I said my stop is 16.50. So I'm basically risking 50 cents, right? So and I already could have had a 2-hour trade. I didn't take any profits, but that's besides the point. The entry was on the green Heiken Ashi candle. Actually, I don't even think I waited for it to turn green because I was watching all the bottom tails and it wicked off this low. But in general, let's say you didn't trade off there. As soon as it turns green, I'm going long. Put my stop below the real level. You don't always want to do that, but in certain setups. But we're not here to discuss that. Point is, the Heiken Ashis, a lot of the times, even if you're just looking, I want to show you something from last Friday on SPY. Look at this, you guys. SPY is in a clear downtrend, right? And look at these bear flags, how much better they are. Like I said, sometimes you get something like this happens, right? But that didn't really break trend anyway. Look at how perfect this one is. Flag off the 10-minute 21, perfect. This one right here, maybe it was a little tricky. This one right here, perfect again. Perfect. And then perfect. Right? It's like, it's crazy. Look, it turns over, red, boom. Sometimes on the 5-minute shot, I use the 5-minute shot. It can be a little choppy back and forth, but if you wait for your level, this is why. See, guys, look. See how they swap a lot? That's why I like the 10-minute shot so much. See how they swap a lot? I bet you if you go to the 15-minute shot, it's even cleaner. See, look at that. Now, do you see what I'm saying? How much cleaner that is? Now there's no swap a lot. When it goes red, it's actually go red. When it goes red, it's actually go red. When it goes red, it's actually go red. It goes green, it actually goes green. I love these, even on hourly charts. I just love Heiken Ashi. Look at how much cleaner it cleans up the chart. Let's say you're trading a reversion to the mean. You're trying to you're waiting for this to come back to the 2134 or whatever. It comes back, boom, green Heiken Ashi, long. Right? It's just so many ways to use them, so many different setups. Even on the daily chart, right? You get the flags, long, flag long, flag long, flag long, right? And color swap. And, nothing's perfect. As I said, sometimes you're going to take a green Heiken Ashi and the next one might turn red or something like, just does clean it up, especially when you already have really good setups. When you already have really good setups inside. Oh, coin was the other setup. Coin was the other one today. On the 10-minute chart, coin was a... So look, you guys, right? Coin came down. Right here, you got the green Heiken Ashi. You take the trade off the 10-minute image. Your stop goes right here because you have a key level right here. You got a fake breakdown. Then you got a green Heiken Ashi right at the 10-minute 2134. So you would basically be, as soon as this closes green, you long. You stop below the actual pullback right here. So you're long right around 256.50. Risking about $4, but look what happens, right? It goes up 1R, 2R, already over 2R, and sure might have one more, day of extension in it maybe tomorrow before it tries to pull back. As you can see, we have a giant flag break here. Also, nice weekly chart off the weekly 21. Should try to push back up towards these highs if we can break over this level, but. So guys, remember, just take the setups that you love, add the Heiken Ashis to it. You don't have to keep it on all the time. I don't keep them on all the time. I'm watching the candlesticks, and then when I see my setup, I know it's coming towards my level. Then I'm going to switch to the Heiken Ashis for a really crazy entry, right? So it's like, I don't know. Let me go pick another random. Oh, what's the other? Oh, Mara's another one we traded today. Mara, look, this is perfect example, okay? I'll show you exactly what I do. So Mara, why did I take Mara along today? Well, look. Mara on the weekly chart is really coming off the bottom, has a long room to go, even if it wants to go back to the 61 fib. You go to the daily chart, right? Look at Mara. We had a breakout. Oops. Guys, we had a breakout right here of this level, a very strong move up on a little elevated volume, breakout, came back down, retested this breakout level and the 8 EMA, which on strong moves, the 8 usually hugs the stock. All right. So now I told everybody in the room, I'm not going to trade Mara unless I see this, because we rejected it. Because look, intraday, guys, intraday we got a stuff candle up the open. We got a fake breakout. So now I don't want to take this long after a fake breakout unless we get a fake breakdown down here. So that's the first step. All right. I said in the room, I want this to come down, do a fake breakdown of this level, and then reclaim the daily 8, which is right here. Okay. So I'm waiting for 3 things to happen. I want to see a fake breakdown close to this pivot and then reclaim this support level. And then I want to see the stock reclaim this moving average on the daily chart, which is the 8 EMA. All right. Now, once I see those things, right, which has happened right here, we got a little fake breakdown. Now we've reclaimed over the daily 8, which is right here. Now, the last thing is the Heiken Ashi turns green. Okay, so right here. So now we have a trend break. We have a Heiken Ashi turning green. We reclaim the daily 8. We did a fake breakdown. We take the trade right here. I think I entered at 23.65 and risking about 40 cents, right? And so 1R, 2R, 2.5, almost 3R so far. And my stop is below this level. This should go back up and try to retest these trend lines and try to break this flag pattern, right? This should try to break out of this. You see this? This is starting to be a tight wedge that should try to break out. And why should it do that? Well, that's easy because look, we're flagging right on top of the 8 EMA and right on top of this breakout retest level. This should try to flag and then push higher. And so that's why we swung that Obviously, depending on what SPY is going to do, a lot of times you have a great setup. If the market totally tanks, which I don't believe it will, but it can hurt your setup. But in general, we're pretty good at timing them together. But this is about Heiken Ashis. Look at this. Green, red. Sometimes you get this crap, like I said, red, green. But in general, it really smooths out the price action for you, especially if you're waiting for your key level and then waiting for the color change. Okay. I don't want to make this video too long. That was pretty much it. I'm not a financial advisor. I just like to talk about stocks all day like a weirdo. Anyway, thanks guys.